Identity fraud scams are definitely on the rise in 2025. So, in this video, I'm going to show you guys the most common ones that are going on in the United States and also, more importantly, how to avoid them. So, make sure you watch until the end of the video and so that way you can see all the information. So, the first one we're going to talk about is phishing scams. So, this one has honestly been going on for like many years in the United States. But the way that this one works is it could either be a fake email, fake phone number that texts you trying to get you to click on a link. So that way they can try to gather your personal information, or even more, they can start being able to hack your phone now. So definitely do not click any links you're not aware of, like where they're coming from, especially through email, because a lot of these emails are starting to look like real companies. One of the more common ones I'm starting to see is like payment processors. So you might get, for example, an email from a payment processor that says, "Hey, someone's trying to hack into your account. Log in now to be able to send you a new password." But what's happening is it's a fake website and they're having you sign in to your real PayPal account, Venmo account, whatever payment processor you use. And once they gather your login and email, that's literally all they need to be able to get to your account. And a lot of people have their bank accounts set up and connected to a lot of these payment processors. So the way that you can kind of notice it's coming from a fake email is if you go to the email sender, and if it's coming from any other email that's not a .com email, that's how you know it's fake. Because in order for you to have a .com email, you have to actually be the legitimate company. So any other email coming from PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, anything like that, it's not going to be real and it's most likely a phishing scam. So make sure you check the email sender. So the next one's going to be a credit card skimmer. So this one has also been going on for many, many years in the United States. But basically, what these scammers are doing is they're attaching outside devices onto machines where you insert your credit card. So, for example, if you're at the gas station pump, or you're at like an ATM or anywhere that you put your card into, that's going to be where a lot of these scammers are inserting them. The biggest way that you can really just kind of tell that it's not legitimate is if like the machine is wobbly or just something seems off about the machine. So this one's a little hard, I'll be honest, to avoid because these credit card scammers are getting really good with like the machines they're using off the black market to be able to make it look like it's a real credit card scanner. So definitely avoid this one at all costs. So the biggest way to actually avoid this one is try to start utilizing apps like Apple Pay and any tap on your phone. Connect your cards through that way because there's no way that your cards can get hacked if you're just using tap because it's secured through your iPhone. So if you have iPhone, try connecting your credit cards through there because I'm gonna be honest, like pretty much almost everywhere accepts tap, and that's literally all I use now. I don't use no credit cards with me, I just only use tap. So the next one is gonna be receiving fake mail from any institution or bank. So this one's also kind of popular as well, but basically the way it works is you'll receive a letter in the mail from a certain bank. They'll say maybe your account overdrafted or some specific error happened and you got to call this number listed on the letter. The only thing is, when you call this number, it's not going to be legitimate. They're going to try to get you to provide them with your bank information, your PIN number, and all this other stuff, like with your social. So try to avoid this at all costs. The only way that you can really know if it's from your bank, log in to your banking app on your phone and just call the customer service number through there and see what it's about, because more than likely, if it's not from a real bank, they're not just going to mail you something like that to where you have to call them. Another thing that you can do to be able to get around this is physically go into your bank. If there's a real issue and you can handle it, just go into the bank. If you don't want to do it over the phone, see if it's real, go into your actual bank and provide this letter to them. So that way they can even get more information on some of the new scams that are coming out. So that way they can even be notified of these certain new scams that are going on that they might not know about. The next popular identity fraud scam is definitely going to be phone calls and text messages. So text messages, they might look like an undeliverable package that you got or someone sending you a link. These ones, I'll be honest, you definitely got to be careful with these because the way that they're set up now is if you click this link, you might literally get your whole phone hacked. So these scammers are like super good with this stuff now. All they need now is for you to click on a simple link and they can literally take all your information from your phone. So let's talk about the early signs to know if you've already been affected. And number one is going to be if you see unfamiliar charges on your credit cards. So if you have anything unfamiliar on your credit cards, definitely call your credit card provider so that way they can look into this and make sure it's going to be a legitimate charge. That's the first thing. Number two, if you see any unexpected changes with your credit score, this could be another big indicator because if anyone's opening accounts in your name, this is going to be stuff that's going to affect your credit score. So make sure you're always monitoring your credit. Also, the third early sign is if you start receiving mail from open credit cards that you're getting and it's not you, definitely that's going to be another sign because that means that someone's actively using your personal information to open new accounts. So that's going to be another early sign that you can kind of look for if you feel like your identity was stolen. So next, let's talk about how to protect yourself. So anytime you're setting up your password and login, make sure you're not logging in an area in a public place. Never use public Wi-Fi to be able to check your banking apps, your credit card apps, or anything like that. Because if that Wi-Fi provider gets hacked, that means your information is going to be seen. So definitely avoid logging into any important information or accounts on public Wi-Fi. That's number one. Also, number two, never store your public login information on like paper, your notes or anything like that on your phone. Because say you lose your phone and someone has access to it and picks it up, and they see your login information, that's literally going to be the easiest way that you can get all your information stolen is because you have it in your notes, all your login and password stuff. So definitely avoid keeping your login and password in your notes on your phone. Number three is definitely monitor your credit 24/7. So like I was saying before, smartcredit.com is going to be the best way that you can be able to monitor your credit. I'm going to put a link to them below. The reason why I like Smart Credit though is because number one, it's the best way to monitor your credit top to bottom. But more importantly, they offer identity fraud insurance completely for free for all their subscribers. So again, I'm going to put a link to them down below. So that's today's video, guys. Appreciate you for watching and make sure you protect your identity. See you guys on the next video.